today
Today.
on Taste It Through the Grapevine.
Yeah, we got to taste it?
Yes. The Taste It for today's Taste It Through the Grapevine.
It's not our microphone covers, is it? I don't want to taste those.
Temporary pause.
All lines are busy. Please hold.
All right. So, on today's Taste It Through the Grapevine, I have brought snacks, and I've got a small amount of bitching. I don't think Tiny's had either one of these. I've had both of these.
Okay.
But I want to side by side with you on them just to eat them with you. The first thing is we're going to eat the bottom one, which is the wider one. It is of a mixed chocolate variety.
The one that looks like it has canine finish on it.
It has got the white up top. It's got the chocolate below, and inside it contains
They melt fast.
Reese's and Oreo bits. So this is the Oreo Reese's combo.
I mean, I think it's one of their better ones. Not as good as the caramel, but this is a step below the caramel one.
Like it's almost missing a little peanut butter, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there is some peanut butter in there,
Yeah.
but it could use a little more because you don't taste it till you're almost swallowing it.
Mm-hmm. And Reese's used to be a whole lot better off with their peanut buttery flavor.
Yeah.
Upon investigation,
They've added way more sugar or something to it.
yeah. Well, the thing is, upon investigation, their fat concentration and actual peanut concentration that they put inside of their peanut butter has been altered 3 times since the 1990s.
Gotcha.
Each time dropping lower in fat and higher in sugar.
So, yeah, because I've noticed it's gotten like drier and like more crumbly. Whereas I feel like when we were kids, it was like nice and creamy. Like it wasn't like the same as a spoonful out of the jar. They did have to thicken it a little bit with some sugar, but it would like cream up and like be so much better.
I'm glad it would.
Yeah.
I love it when it
I'm
does.
glad I could also describe the whole thing like 17 times.
So, the second one. Don't pick it up yet. I was just talking with my.
Well,
hands.
you don't grab unless
Sorry,
we're supposed to grab.
I'm a hand talker a lot. You know, I'm sorry. So what this one is. This is from Aldi. These are unwrapped miniature peanut butter cups inside of a Ziploc, like they're zipper style storage bags. You know.
Hold on. So they have ones that are like you could eat by the fistful and not have to deal with eating the rind too.
Just look at them.
Okay.
Probably about 25 or 30 in a bag.
Okay.
Yes. And the reason that I got this and I had to save my Oreo / Reese combo is after I ate some of these when we got them from Aldi.
Mm.
I was like, this reminds me of the fun size Reese's from my kid time. This is like nostalgia hit of how the peanut butter tasted.
Okay.
So I wanted you to try this Aldi brand miniature peanut butter cups.
So are we actually eating it this time?
It is eating time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, back to the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like that's real peanut butter.
Mm. Just let it live there.
There's a little too much chocolate.
Yeah, their chocolate is a little denser on the outside, but it's also like peanut butter. Chocolate hits later. That's
Like
what sticks around.
You could taste the peanut butter skin.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how peanut butter that was.
Yeah.
How come? Okay, so why can't their actual jar peanut butter be that good? Because it's not.
Are you talking about Reese's?
Aldi's.
Oh yeah, that's sad. I don't know. I've never tried their jar peanut butter, but I have tried Reese's jar peanut butter and don't do it.
Right.
Like what's?
Yeah, I have not tried that.
It's like, why don't you just call it what it is? Also Peter Pan. beverage break because all of a sudden mouth became desert.
Yes.
Did your mouth all of a sudden become desert at the
Oh,
same
yeah.
time? It was a little run through the garden before we decided to pop up in here. In case anybody is ever interested in joining our Patreon channel, on our Patreon channel, we did a nice little.
So I'm going to describe. I'm going to describe what we just ate. Okay.
Why don't you describe it?
Okay. So the first one,
Yes.
I'm going to, as a man attracted to women, I'm gonna phrase it this way.
Yes.
That first one was like meeting a nice lady that is of your age, and like you hit it off, like super cool. Like I could see, having a really good long relationship with this one. Okay, that was the Oreo Rips.
Yes.
Reese's. The what do they call those? Probably peanut butter chocolate drops or something.
No, it's some mini peanut butter cups.
Okay.
They're literally just called mini peanut butter cups.
I mean, they like to call some things weird stuff sometimes. So the mini peanut butter cups, is like going to work and you're doing your job, and this lady walks in and she's probably 65 ish. Okay.
Yeah.
But for some reason she's surprisingly hot.
Yeah.
And she knows that, and she's like, I'm gonna flirt with this guy a little bit. That's what the second one tastes like.
So
it tastes like those feelings. Don't get it weird.
Okay. So it tastes like the feeling of somebody that has been out of your league for longer than you've ever been alive.
Yeah, and then you suddenly find out that in fact they liked you.
That's wonderful.
And then
wow,
that's what that one tastes like.
What's that button that we erased that one time?
Oh my God! Wow. Hold on, I do still have it on the computer.
Oh, Belgium waffles.
I do still have it on the computer.
I am excited about people watching that Patreon.
Oh yeah, it'll be great. One more time for the folks in the back.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I just feel like, I've been let down a few times by some of the most modern iterations of Reese's that I've tried. Like looking back,
like the jelly one.
Yeah, the jelly one was like disappointing.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like barely there.
Chocolate doesn't really go with jelly.
It don't.
I mean, let's be real.
It don't too good.
Peanut butter does, but the chocolate, no, we don't. She's not welcome in our house.
No, if Reese's wanted to keep their peanut butter shape and then do like the Kit Kat does with that cinnamon toast crunch flavor on the outside cream.
I mean, I could see that being good.
Do that with a peanut butter and jelly. Rock my world, little country girl.
Let's roll back for a second. What's the best Reese's shape?
Best Reese's shape is the Reese's pumpkin. It's either that or the Easter egg.
The Easter egg.
But the Easter egg's been messed up for me too many times. Just because I'll end up getting like what's an obvious carryover pumpkin.
Yeah, where that chocolate's starting to get that white kind of shaded look on the outside.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, this one's still got a nip.
Well, I mean, we're talking about in a perfect world situation, like.
In a perfect world, the Cadbury cream egg Oreo cream.
Anyway,
that's the perfect world Easter egg snack.
I always was a fan of them caramels.
The caramels are good, but have you ever had their Oreo?
The proper way to eat the caramel one, you put that whole thing in your mouth. Yeah, it's big. It's worth it because it pops, and you get all that that gooey, not chewy caramel. It's good stuff.
I enjoy I've only had them once, but literally the Cadbury cream egg Oreo editions got like.
You only had the caramel ones once?
No, the Oreo.
The Oreo ones. Okay.
Yeah, the Oreo ones. No, the caramel ones I've had several times, and I used to do pulls with them to figure out to try to see just how, because I haven't always had a beard. I would never attempt to pull.
Oh, no
kind. Not even for clout will I try a cheese pull, because Do you know what it like? You know what it takes. They might not.
But-
They don't have this. You have beard. To get cheese out of beard once cheese
Yeah.
has achieved beard touch.
Well, and that's also because you're wasting that cheese. Once it's the beard, that yummy, delicious cheese, it's gone.
Yeah.
The ones without facial fur, like us, they
Yeah.
can just like pick it up off their cheek.
Yep.
You know?
I've seen people have pieces of ham stuck in their beard before.
Yeah, it migrates in a way that you think is impossible,
Because they're anxious and they shift around a
Yeah.
lot.
and it
then-
falls upward.
And then it would it was like right here in the beard, and then they would like sit and they're on the phone, they're like scrolling around and looking at stuff, and they just keep on moving around, and then it's just gradually getting back up towards the
Well,
mouth.
see, here's the thing.
Like it's traveling against gravity, like it's a fucking Elphaba,
Well,
like
see, here's the
green
thing.
piece of ham. Just
He was going on a trip with his friends, and he got separated along the trail. So he was trying to get to where his friends were so they could meet up again to get home properly.
I must travel to meet my ham brethren in the great cavern above.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like the fucking you weren't allowed to watch
It-
South Park, but there's a thing called Lemmingwinks, and he was a gerbil that got shoved in a slave sub's butthole.
I thought it was kind of like 28 days later.
Oh, where he had to saw off his arm?
Yeah.
No, that's not 28 days later. That's 128, 130. What's that hours movie?
I don't know. I can't remember.
God, I can't remember either.
Is it
Something
not
was-
28 days later?
No, 28 days later is the zombie movie.
Oh, yeah, not that one.
Oh God, dude, what happened? Did we totally get off track?
I was definitely
kept-
talking about the guy with his arm behind the rock.
Oh, well, I got distracted by that thing over there in the doorway.
Gather round, you mates of mine, for tales of nerds and lore. Three best friends on a podcast line with laughs and chats galore. From comics break to movies grand and games we love to play. We'll sail the seas of fandom land in our own nerdy way. Heave-ho, raise a glass to the stories we entwine. With laughter loud and knowledge fast, nerding through the grapevine. Heave-ho, come join the crew, we'll share our tales divine. From D&D to MCU, nerding through the grapevine.
Hi everyone, I'm Austin Shazam, Shink, Pfeiffer.
Hi, everyone. And I'm Austin Tiny Sand.
And we're Nerd It Through the Grapevine, the podcast where your best friends gather weekly to talk about our favorite parts of past, present, and future nerd culture. This week,
You were supposed to freeze frame.
I'm not doing anything for you so you can make me look foolish later,
Why would we look foolish later?
because you would tell Black Flag to take the part where I'm supposed to be doing something and be like, hey, buddy, you don't got to really do that. He's just going to do that, and you're going to make him, you're going
He didn't put the thing in that one episode for me either.
just saying, I don't trust it anymore.
At least he's fair across the board.
He is fair. So
Except
now
on
you're
mine, he put no on the YouTube video.
and you're the one who just looked like you were riding a roller coaster for the first part of the video, so I'm really happy about that.
We were.
You were
I'm fine with that. I thought for a minute to just hold him there as long as I could, and then I was like, "Nah, that'll get weird."
fair
And
question.
then I put him down.
Fair question. Have you ever been on a roller coaster? Because I know you
So-
don't like to travel places.
It's not the travel. I don't do heights or depths.
Some of those
So
do.
here's
both.
the thing. For a frame of reference, how big does it have to be considered a real roller coaster?
It can't be counted as the dragon at the fair. That is the little kiddie coaster.
But what if you're 20 at the time?
It can't count even if you're a kid, much less 20.
Then no.
That's the only thing you've ever been on that's like that system
Yes.
of rail and track.
Yes.
What about a train?
Absolutely. Yes. I was on a train once for a field trip at school.
Yeah,
Like I was elementary school.
Yeah.
It was cool as heck.
but you rode a train.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that counts more of a roller coaster than that other one does, because at least it moves. The other one's like,
Hey, it moved. It went in a circle, and there were ups and downs.
wee.
At least it's not like the Ferris wheel that I was in.
I think that it would be fun to
Wait,
take.
how big does it have to be considered a Ferris wheel?
Actually, those you can have a small Ferris wheel. That's fine.
Okay, like the little pumpkins at the fair. Is that a Ferris wheel?
The little pumpkins.
Yeah,
at
the
the
four
fair?
of them that do this like a Ferris wheel. Is that considered a Ferris
Were
wheel?
you also 20?
Yes.
And
I cried.
Did they let you on it? You cried?
Yes. I had to ride it with my niece, so I was trying to be tough, but then I got scared.
So you're telling me that I would never, like, if somebody out there in the ether ever paid for it, you would never go and ride a roller coaster.
No. I cried riding the pumpkin Ferris wheel.
What? Why? What?
I'm afraid of heights and depths.
That's such a weird thing for me.
What, being afraid of heights?
Yeah,
But I also have the desire to pee off of tall things, but I don't want to be close to the edge.
because I used to jump off of waterfalls into lagoons.
Dude, Sunset Rock was horrifying to go to.
You actually went up to the top?
No, the parking lot. They made me park by the rail.
That's so stupid.
I walked away holding onto the side of my car.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, why would they have a parking spot that close to death?
I'm sorry. I know that's not funny to laugh at your fears.
I thought you was laughing because you agreed with me that those people were idiots that made me park there.
I used to go to the top of Sunset Rock all the time.
Why? Why would anybody do that?
It was a great place to sit and, chill.
No.
There was you go up there and you garden a little bit.
No.
And then after you garden and you sit there for a little bit, just gazing at wondering in nature, and then you just mosey on down.
I was holding on to things in the parking lot so I wouldn't fall and die. Do you honestly think I'd climb up the top of that mountain?
This is so sad. Like, roller coasters are one of my favorite things that I ever get to do I don't have anybody to ride roller coasters with.
Even watching roller coaster videos, I get that cringe for a second watching them do the whoo.
Dude, it's
doing the drop.
It's so fun. Especially if you
What,
go to
simulating falling to death?
Yeah. Cuz you're not gonna.
But what if? Them things do break.
Not at like major theme parks. I'd be more scared to ride the
I
dragon.
saw a thing on the news. No, I wouldn't do that either. I'd get sick on that one.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be more scared to go ride the dragon over in Carolina area over there. Like, I would not want to do that.
I've never had any desire to go down that road.
Like I barely like driving to Fall Creek Falls from Spencer, just because that same kind of idea of that highway is just, oh, we're going left, now we're going right, double over again, we're going left, right, wiggle, wiggle.
Yeah.
Like, it's more of a line dance than it is a road.
Mama used to call those goat roads.
That's what I call them.
I just slapped them on a goat's ass, and that's where they decided to put the pavement.
That's what I said. Because
That's not how my mother sounded.
I call them goat paths, because it's like what that or cow trails.
Yeah.
Because the cows are walking up that way, so I guess we could probably pave it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. I don't know.
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
Oh, I'm excited for Thanksgiving coming up. Thanksgiving is, we're going to be doing some stuff we don't typically do, because I've voluntold my family what was happening with what we're doing. My dad wanted them to bake another turkey, and I said, no, you're going to deep fry a turkey, because that's when it's delicious at the house. He's like, well, it still tastes pretty good.
No, here's the thing. Your dad doesn't want to put in the effort.
No, my dad doesn't want to spend the $50 for 3 gallons of peanut oil.
I would happily do that if I know it would make that turkey delicious.
I get it.
A baked turkey, I do not care what you say, unless your name is Dane Holland.
Because he can make
It is
good.
not moist.
Dane can make a damn turkey.
Yeah, and I know what you're thinking. You right there. Look at my finger. I'm talking about you right there. You're going to say, "Well, you've never had my turkey." I've been told that at least 483,000 times, that exact statement. And they say, "What do you think?" And then I tell them the truth. This is dry. This is just as dry as the last one. It's drier than a lot of things.
My parents' turkeys, until the years they started deep frying them, were always so dry that regardless of the knife you would use on them, they would shred.
Yeah, because it should just be a nice, just like,
And like on a pork, that's wonderful moisture.
yeah. But that fried turkey though, when you do it that way,
It slices up just
it
like you're slicing through
slices
butter.
like a movie,
It is wonderful.
and it's so tender, so juicy.
Oh, I'm looking.
You get a little
so
bit of
forward
that
to it.
crisp on the outside from the skin, and then
You gotta
then you get into that soft, succulent, moist drumstick, because you're a fan of the dark meat, and then you go over to the thigh, and it's just.
I'll just eat.
I had to get Barry White in there on that.
I understand. When a turkey is done well, especially a deep fried turkey, because you can season the hell out of it underneath that skin and then just get it just, ooh.
Yeah, I don't know how much butter that man put in there. I don't know if it was 1 or 2 Paula Deans.
Are you talking about Dane?
Yes,
Dane, that's Dane
because the pound is now known as the Paula Dean,
because Dane did I can't remember how.
at least in butter.
Like I think it was less than a pound of butter, but it was enough butter.
He injected a lot.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just that. Like he like got it room temperature and like mashed it out and like slid it underneath like the skin, like
Yeah.
lifted the skin and like paint like. Sorry about that, bum. But like was like massaging it into the meat of the bird.
Yeah.
That he had also like made it was like a garlic like what is like the Creole seasoning.
Yeah,
Like he'd Creole seasoned, injected it as well as Creole buttered the inside of it, and then baked it. And it was just like, what the hell has happened to turkey? Because this is the first time I've ever eaten turkey. Apparently,
I was sitting at the table in over there, and I took a bite.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first bite of the meal. I stood up. I walked over to Dane, and I gave him a hug, and he was like, "Why are you hugging me right now?" And I said, "Outside of a frozen or a fried turkey, that's the best turkey I've ever had."
Yep.
And you were the only one to prove me wrong, so you deserve this hug.
My parents don't even have a good carving knife.
Is it one of them stupid electrical things?
No, they don't even have one of those.
Good. Nobody should ever use those.
They've just got a knife. Like it don't matter what knife it is, they'll just slice into it. Dad has done it with one of those.
And hold on.
One of those black handle serrated steak knives.
Yes.
before.
Well, here's the thing. You know how you see the videos where they take the knife and they hit it on the hone stick? That's not a knife sharpener.
Yeah.
Do not take your kitchen knife and try to sharpen it with that, because you will dull it almost beyond repair without some kind of abrasive machinery. Here's the thing. That is called a hone. What that does is that takes that curl that it gets there to makes it a point. So it's just 1, 2, maybe 3 swipes on each side, holding the angle of the knife. You don't have to do it this way in the air. You can put the end of that onto a towel and do it towards the towel. That's the safe way to do it. Do that, you'll have a much better experience. But if you let your knife get like absolute butter knife, that's not going to help you.
No.
Take care of your kitchen knives.
We've been eyeballing a few new sets of kitchen knives because we had a good set of Cuisinarts, but kitchen knives like those are that brand is just okay.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a run of the mill.
oh, I can't.
The bread knives that Seven got us were nicer than the Cuisinart knives.
Yeah, well, there's a set that I used when I was a chef, and I had to give them back when I left, which made me sad.
Yeah.
Because
That
I
is
had
sad.
borrowed them. They were actually a nice budget kitchen knife set,
Yeah.
and I never had to actually sharpen those except for the first time because they were very dull. After that, I just literally had to use the hone stick. It stayed beautifully sharp.
I I don't ever sharpen a lot of my knives. It's
Yeah, last time I did it.
yeah. I've got a good sharpener now, but I didn't have a good sharpener for a long time, so I just kind of let things go. Or I used to make frequent trips to Smoky.
You have a okay emergency knife sharpener.
It's okay. It works okay. I don't.
I can't. It hurts me.
Yeah, the Smoky Mountain Knife Works used to be where I'd go and get my blade sharpened. I would just take them up there and spend like $2 to get a professional just to get them like razor sharp
Oh yeah, they did a great job.
because they're tits. They're absolutely tits. Um, you know, I was thinking though along the lines of that cutlery, like
Messer.
a messer.
Yeah. Messer. Messer.
I know what a messer is, but what about it?
That was the brand of kitchen knives that I had.
Oh, messer is also a type of sword.
I mean, it is. Well, actually, Messer is in this brand is short for Messermeister.
Okay, neat.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's a name.
Great set of knives, cheap price.
we use knives and take knives for granted. I think a lot more often than what we realize because you know you look at all these depictions you get of medieval times whenever they're using cutlery, and basically what you're left with is if you're using a knife at the table, it's a fillet knife.
Yeah.
And if you're using a fillet knife, then that means that you're only going to be able to get through certain things with these, and the rest of the stuff is going to you're going to gnaw at it.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, back in the day, you know, they had their defense knife
Mm-hmm.
and then their eating knife.
Yes, they did. Eating knife could be.
Sometimes, and their eating knife could be used as a weapon if they needed to.
It could be because sometimes it just had to happen. You never know, as many times. But just like our everyday carries are even just better than anything that you would think of. Like imagine showing up in medieval times like with some of the blades that we have out nowadays, like that Boker that I sent you.
Yeah.
It was called the Boker Extender.
Yeah, that
It
was interesting.
It's a Boker extension knife, is what it's called, and what it is, it's like a 6-inch, maybe it's like a 4.5 to 6-inch like fixed blade,
I think it was like 4 1/4.
Yeah,
if
and-
I remember the specs right.
and it was just a fixed blade. Came with a Kydex sheath and everything to go for it, and then you take it out of the Kydex sheath, and then you can take it in a fixed blade and use it like a fixed blade, or you can unlock it and extend it out to the full length 7-inch fixed blade knife.
Yeah.
And that's like, what? Just imagine doing that, just flipping that, like pulling out a little knife and then flipping it open, just
Right. Well,
you shit the pants.
have you seen the Gerber Double Down?
I have. I love it.
It's like part of me wants one so bad. Oh, I meant to bring Just X.
What's that?
Dang it. Okay. So it's my only knife that I will no longer use. So there was a guy that I used to watch on YouTube a lot. He started designing his own knives. Most of his knives are like high end style. Like we're talking for something that's shaped basically like a skinning knife, but without the curve on the back. So normal knife handle, skinny knife style blade. You know, we're talking $300-400. But he made a like going camping in the woods, all in one knife kind of style, kind of loosely based off of kukri. Like if a kukri and a machete had a baby.
Yeah.
It was called Jessica X.
And you own one?
I own one. I got this one of the second run. I think they did 4 runs before the design was changed to a way that it would not function. This knife was so tough that him and a bunch of other reviewers at the time would do what they called the gauntlet. So they get a knife, they torture test it, they do things, they can do anything they want to it except sharpen it, and then it goes to the next one. So it went through like 10 dudes before it got back to the owner. Jessica X only had a small chip on part of her blade, and one of the guys, rest in peace, Angry Jackalope, he took it to a frozen hog's head and went crazy on it, like turned it into just splinters, and it still wouldn't break.
Damn.
Yeah. And then the new ones, like if he took one he took one of the last survivors of Jessica X and the fake, not fake, but the redesign, smacked them together, and she was cutting the other ones. But anyway,
I feel like this double down would get you
she's
jail
awesome.
time.
Probably. Well, not in Tennessee.
Not in Tennessee. There is no blade length law. That is
Yep.
true.
And we also have no laws against mechanisms.
So that is an assisted open. No, it's not.
No.
It's a fold open.
Yeah.
Is that a butterfly?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's built like a ballad song.
Holy shit.
It absolutely is. I never made that connection until you said that.
That's a balisong machete, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a balisong machete. 7-inch knife.
Yeah.
7-inch. That's a machete.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Voorhees would have a harden right now if he ever knew that existed.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me that I don't have to always be blade out and scaring people. I can wait till they get up close and then stab them.
We'll see. That's also just Hagrid's pocket knife.
That is Hagrid's pocket knife. Kind of like what I carry around all the time. What I carry around is a Kaiser Sheepdog XL. It's a 4-inch blade. And it's got a more of a cleaver style, or more of like a I forget what it is referred to as, like a sheep's
foot.
sheep's foot or cleaver.
That's Jessica X.
Oh my gosh, is that by Becker, or is that just a style?
No, it was
Becker's-
Schrade.
Schrade. And
Yeah.
does that fold, or is that just
No.
fixed?
That curve is
Yeah.
to allow you to actually do a lot of hard chopping work.
Okay, so it is
So
not.
it's
not a
folded at the blade portion like a kukri.
Yeah.
You can do one hands, two hands, or a front or a back, depending on what style of cutting the wood you're doing.
But that's a fixed blade, not a folder.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's meant to replace a hatchet.
I've never been a real big, like, I've only had a couple of big fixed blades, and like those Beckers were in. But yeah, like the Kaiser Sheepdog here, this is the one that I've carried around for probably the longest time out of any knife I've ever had, and it's a really good fidgety knife. Just because, I mean, it is chunky, but that is pocket carry. I mean, it's a flat profile.
Mhm.
You know, it's got a good sturdy hook on the side of it, so you
Well,
know that thing ain't gonna bend.
It's thin in the direction you want it to be thin.
It
but
is.
thick in the other, because you, like me, I like a sharp brick.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it's just a really cool thing to have to open a box, and then instead of having like a pocket razor or something, you got a pocket cleaver.
Yep.
And it's dirty, don't get me wrong, because it's opened many a boxes and then has the goo still left on it, so I
And-
got to alcohol it.
And she's a work knife.
Huh?
She's a worker.
It is a working knife. It's a real good knife.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also one of those things that it's a little bit comfortable because of the handle size for me, and it reminds me of things that I've trained with in the past. So it's like, if ever need be that it has to be, worst case scenario, I'd feel a little bit more comfortable with something kind of this size in my hand.
Yeah.
And then I also have one that is a.
Well, hold on, let me go.
Oh,
'cause
you got one too. I forgot. You brought it in here.
I brought my backup, because usually two is one and one is none. So this one rides in my bag. It is a Klein Tools razor knife. And what I like, it's got the button safety, so you just push it, it'll close. No hidden fingies. It's quickly deployable. But here's the thing. If you know what the Milwaukee Fastback is, this is built like a Milwaukee Fastback, because on the back of it, I got a nut driver.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yep. So, and you can actually get
Oh, you can use different bits.
different bits, and it's got an extender, so if you got to get close.
That's cool.
Yes. So
So you don't ever have to look for a screwdriver. You always got one.
exactly. I've always got a screwdriver
That's
in my bag.
very convenient.
Yep, because I used to carry a full size, well, not full size, but like a small, like 6-in-1 guy. This replaced that, because like it's so convenient, and you get in them tight places easier.
Yeah.
Because you just never know when you need just a little screwdriver. And so, yeah, It's one of my favorite things in my bag.
I have another EDC that is for pants that are a little bit tighter
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like wearing that in tighter pants because it
Right.
doesn't profile very well.
Mhm.
But I have one thing here that is from a brand that I used to be obsessed with called Cold Steel.
Oh yeah.
At the era of Cold Steel knife that this one is from, there was hardly, dare I say, nary a bad Cold Steel knife.
Right.
And that was I've had this knife for about 15 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Got this when I was in law enforcement.
So that predated the Spartan.
This did. I got the Spartan as a funny because I thought it'd be funny to carry that in my
Yeah.
in
Then
my
you went, oh, I actually kind of like it.
Yeah, because I got it to carry in my uniform that if I ever had to get, like, because I use knives all the time for stuff. I didn't realize how many times that cops had to cut stuff. Like, I started off with a little folding buck knife in my pocket, and then I figured out real quick, like, hey, I'm going to start breaking knives. I got to cut shit all the time. Like, well, how are we going to get this person out this seatbelt snag? What are we going to do? Got to cut it. Well, I had to cut so much stuff in cars. Like, just because you need to cut things quick.
I just never would have thought I never would have thought of that.
Like, yeah, me either. But then you get into this thing. This thing has cut most things, and it still survives, and it still has edge retention. But it's a 3.5 folding drop point.
Ooh, let me see.
This is it's also got the Atlas Tri-Lock on the back of it that Cold Steel became famous for.
Yeah, the triad lock.
Yes.
It's one of the best
Oh, boinkies.
locks in the knife world because as it wears on it, it gets stronger because it's got this particular angular design.
Got that contour grip micarta.
Yep. Yeah, it's an American lineman. I knew it was one of them old school ones. I just couldn't tell which one it was.
Ultimate
Lawman.
Ultimate Lawman.
Yeah. Yep.
I like it. And that is a very, like, and you would never think that it would be like the size.
Is that actual like micarta scale?
Yeah, G10.
Yeah. Oh,
It's-
G10.
Yeah, it's very well formed. And I just love that lock.
Oh yeah.
Like, they don't make, like, those kind of locks aren't on all sorts of knives.
And if you've never seen a Cold Steel video,
Oh God, there's some old ones from back in the
treat
day.
yourself.
Get online,
Treat yourself.
look up Cold Steel Ultimate Proof.
Yeah, and you know
It
what?
is Lynn. I still know his name, Lynn Johnson.
Thompson.
Lynn Johnston.
I still know his name. It's Thompson. Lynn Thompson.
Lynn Johnson, is that what you said?
Thompson with a T.
That's what I thought. Lynn Johnson.
You know how my name is Tiny? Fuck you.
You don't. Yeah, I feel real bad about it, Lynn Thompson.
Yeah.
I feel real bad about that,
Yep.
actually.
That man carried way too many Cold Steel knives at one go, and he had such a body shape, it covered them all. Like you just never knew.
You know how I would make
He
fun
pulled
of?
out a full XL Espada that he was just like, yeah, this is in my right pocket.
Yeah, you know how I make fun of people that had vape holsters?
Yes.
I kind of felt that way with him and knives.
Look, they made really cool knives, but Lim Thompson wanted you to know how cool they were because Glenn Thompson thought they were the coolest knives that Glenn Thompson ever seen.
Was it Glenn or Lynn?
Glenn.
It's Glenn?
Yeah.
So I knew neither name?
Right.
I'm going to hell.
I mean, it's okay.
No, the punishment that's going on inside of me right now, that's what Jesus meant hell was. Like, you don't understand how upset that the past me is treating the present me right now inside of my own body.
Yeah.
Like, he's kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah, because Lynn Thompson.
Dude, no, I said bads. I'm gonna just lie down
Well,
real
but
quick
see.
over here. My head ussy is just fucked right now.
Yeah,
so
I feel
I'm
ya.
just
I
I'm
feel ya.
sad. I'm hurt.
My wordiness just penetrated your branussy.
I know, and I don't enjoy it because I used to like go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works and just linger around the Cold Steel just to see if
Oh,
they
yeah.
had new models out. You remember when the 4 Max came out?
Yeah.
Dude, the original Formax was like a $400 knife because they put all of their best materials into
Yep.
it. And
Well-
then I got the Formax Scout, which was like the $160 version of it.
Well, see, and the thing about cold steel, okay, a lot of people are going to think that these prices are crazy prices for knives.
Nah.
These are not.
No, I asked a couple
That's-
people in the vaping industry
Yeah.
about those folding cleavers they got in their pocket that cost them $3,000.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
I know you like them. I know you got them.
Yep. He tried to leave one of them as a box opener. I put it back in his office. Anyway,
Oh, I wasn't even talking about him.
yeah. Anyway,
I was
thought
unaware
you
of that.
was. I thought you was.
No, I was talking about people that like got me into like the idea of folding cleavers, but then I saw how much their folding cleavers were costing them, and they were
Yes.
repping these brands, and I was like, oh shit, this is like a watch status symbol.
Oh
thing.
yeah. Well, it's like the upper echelon of these style of knives. They start at like $500. Okay, so $150 to $250. That's considered a mid tier. Cold steel is the very bottom of the mid tier before you get to low tier. That's going to be your Walmart brand. And I know you're thinking, well, I've only ever used a $6 pocket knife. I don't need anything more expensive than that. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Try one. You'll never go back.
Once
And
you-
that's not us being bougie.
Mm-mm.
It is. How many times have you went to use that pocket knife for a screwdriver and snapped it? And then you're like, well, that's why I only buy them for $3. Well, that's why they're breaking. Also, you should never do that.
I've got my Formax right out in the garage, but I didn't bring it in here because I don't use it anymore because I need a redefined edge on it. I need to take it to a professional and get it done because I was stupid and I don't have a trowel and I was digging some holes and I needed a trowel. So I used my knife.
Yeah, that kind of stuff hurts me.
Yeah, I used my knife for a trowel because I was like, you know what? Ultimate proof.
Yeah, but you know what?
Hashtag ultimate proof.
You are actually using the knife. But have you ever heard of the Becker BK3?
Yeah, dude. Is that now? Wait, remind me. Is the BK3 the tool?
Yes, the
multi-tool?
rescue tool.
Yeah, dude. That thing. I've
Yeah.
seen that thing in action.
So that's the only knife that it's only broken 2 times. It's like one of the strongest off the shelf fixed blades you can possibly get. The 2 times that knife snapped, the guy from Becker gave one to a crew of firemen and a Dodge Omni and said,
Break it.
fellas, have fun, see what you can do. And they said, we're going to try to break it. So it's a long rectangle, and it's even got like maybe a small Tonto kind of edge. So it's a three edge knife. Okay. It's chisel ground, which means it's only sharpened at an angle from one side. And then it's got a hook region on the back side where it's not sharp. One of the first things they did, the cotter pin that holds your door shut?
Yep.
Well, not one of the first things. Anyway, they hooked it with that and put all of their body weight into it. And they broke the tip off like midway through the video.
Yeah.
That was the first time that one is broken in action or at all.
Doing something that's absolutely unnecessary to do with it.
Yes. The second time, an officer who worked at a prison for one reason or another had one with him a particular day at work. During the middle of Hurricane Katrina, one prisoner was left stuck inside of his cell when the flood water was coming in and would have killed him. And he took his BK3 and pried open the jail door, and it broke at the same time the jail door broke. So he saved the prisoner's life.
Did they send him another one?
He wrote in the story and he sent it to them, and he said they were going to replace it. The owner was like, we're going to replace this. And the guy said, I don't want a replacement. He said, I was so impressed, I'm just going to buy another one. You keep that one.
That is dope. Because I know that those Becker series tools, because they're not knives at that point, they're tools.
It's termed as a rescue tool, but it's sharp like a knife because it's made to cut seatbelts and everything.
Well, the company that makes it actually teamed with K-Bar.
yeah, it's Becker
was
and K-Bar. That's
Beck-
why it's BK3.
Yeah, because it was Becker Knife and Tool. That's what their company is. And the one that I had from them was the Becker BK9.
Ah,
Was the 9-inch
Yeah.
Becker combat machete.
yeah.
and I sliced through the side of a door, of a trailer with it
Mm-hmm.
because
I believe it.
they comboed it. They comboed that with the pry tool.
Oh, nice.
Because we were trying to get into this trailer, and it was an operation for that was trying to make entry into it, and we were, we had the ram, we were ramming the door, and the side of the trailer had been reinforced, so every time you would hit the door, the trailer door would just bow the house, like you would see the trailer just kind of boom, boom, boom,
Wow.
boom, because they had barricaded it so well that it's like not moving. It's not going to go anywhere.
And you said to F with this.
So we were just outside trying to look through entry entry points and everything, and
You're like, instead of normal door, I make door.
So I was just and I was like tapping around trying to find spots that like might be weak in the siding or something. I was like, damn, this is ow shit, my elbow. I always do that.
I mean, that's what you was doing to the
Yeah,
side of
but
their
that's
house.
what I was
yeah.
having. I was banging on the side of the house, and finally
That was just our
it bonked in my head. I'm like,
that was our Foley department.
I'm like, hey, hold on a minute. This is just sheet metal. This is all just sheet metal right here. So I took the Knife and I jammed it into the sheet metal, and I started the can opener, and it was working. So I'm can opening
Now, hold on.
the sheet metal.
Let's pause for a second. Can you imagine being the guy inside the trailer, and you think, man, I got this door barricaded.
Oh, I'm
so
not
good."
done yet because this gets good.
And then here
I'm going to tell you about the
man.
guy in the trailer because I go ink, and I end up making a good 4 foot long line down the side of it like a can opener. And I was going to pry it. And this other guy that was working SWAT with Putnam County ran up to me. He was like, no, wait. I was like, what? He's like, I got something. So he was just waiting because he's like, that's a Becker, isn't it? I was like, yeah, it's a BK9. He's like, yes. So he had a BK3. So he took the BK3 and he took that tip of it and he grabbed a piece of where I had been sawing right there, and I had opened a little bit, and he took it and he peeled a little bit back, and then he put it inside and he peeled a little bit back, and then he took it and he gave it a big yank with that hook, and it went like, and then we popped a big light underneath the house, and we sent the dog underneath there, and then there's this dude just underneath that trailer just God! No, get the damn dog out of here! And turns out they had burrowed this like tunnel from underneath this trailer down like to a creek bed. And it was like some Goonie shit, man. And inside this trailer that was barricaded at every entrance was just loads of hoarded shit that they'd been stealing from all these neighborhoods within walking distance.
That's wild.
He swallowed like an eighth of meth as soon as we popped underneath the trailer with the dog, and I had to get him in the car and remind him that, hey, I know you've had some meth. He's like, I don't have no meth. You didn't find nothing on me. I was like, you ate it. You're not high right now, sir. You're gonna die. And he just looks at me. Huh? I'm like, you don't digest that. You die from that. It's gonna eat you from the inside out. If you swallowed meth, we gotta get you to the hospital. He goes, oh man, I don't want to die. I don't want to die, man. So then I was like, okay, well then you swallowed meth. Yes, yeah, dude, I ate the rest of it. And so
He was already on meth when he ate that meth.
I know.
And here's the thing. Can you imagine the horror he's going into because he thought he barricaded the door good, like these guys are not going to get in here. Not at all. There's no possible way they're going to make it in here. And then you cut his wall open with a knife. And you come inside with a fur missile.
those mouths, dude.
I don't
Never. I will never own one because I don't got the energy, and I couldn't do it.
If you have one, I want to pet it.
I get it
Yeah.
because they're dope dogs,
Yeah, they're great dogs.
but at the same time,
they're also
like
fur missiles. They're smart, they're fast, They bite like a motherfucker.
And if you're a canine officer, you know how often you have to go out and you have to work with those dogs. It's a daily thing. Like if you don't go out there daily with them, they're going to punish you for it because they're going to just sit around and just like they can't hold still. Like they breathe with intention. Like their next move has to be for something. They just don't have the command yet for it. But when they get it, oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh joy, oh joy, oh joy. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be so good. They're going to let me have that fucking tennis ball if I do this.
Here's the thing. I've been watching a lot of body cam footage lately.
Yeah.
And I specifically like watching people reacting to it. So most of them, you think like retired Leo or somebody who knows about that kind of thing reacted to it. That's not the one I want. I watched my boy Goblin, ex-drug addict, made himself into something. So he knows what it's like on the streets. He's done crimes. He has done much crime, but he does crime no more. So it's coming at you from that point of view. And it's the cop's body cam. And he's like, man, that cop's a real one. He's doing the thing. I watched one that had a Malinois that they actually had to deploy. So this guy takes him on a high-speed chase in like a rickety pickup truck, towing a trailer. And it looks like a work trailer. And you're like, why is he going this fast to this trailer park? So they're going through, they pit maneuver him, they do all these things. He jumps out of his truck, runs, gets in the trailer. Turns out that pull behind trailer is his house. So they kick the door in, and the guy's got a knife. They're like, drop the knife, drop the knife. And he's like, no. And they're like, we're gonna tase you. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna drop the knife. And so he gets tased, and then he's still fighting. He gets tased like 4 or 5 times, and then a canine gets deployed. I don't think this officer trained his canine properly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because but just the dog's presence was enough for this. The dog goes in and went from to, hey, buddy, because and the guy's like, I got a dog in here, don't let it kill my dog. And then the canine just ends up sitting beside the guy, wagging his tail, and the guy's got a hold of his collar. And at that point, the officer pulled his, and he's like, let go of the dog. And he's like, what? And he's like, you're going to hurt the dog if you tase me. He's like, this is not a taser, sir.
This is a hole punch that's cordless.
Yes. He let go of the dog, and then he gets tackled by roughly 10 officers inside of a little pull-behind trailer.
Yeah. They treat the dogs like they're officers too.
They are.
Because
they are officers.
I mean, I'm just saying it's not just a title.
Yeah.
Like if the dog is in danger, you're just as concerned. They're workers.
Yeah, you will get charged with assaulting an officer if you assault one of the dogs.
And most cops that I know, and especially me too, like even the brain that I have, I most of the time at least have 2 knives. But I knew a guy that would carry 6 because he was like a BDU all the time guy.
Yeah.
And with BDUs, you got hidey holes.
Oh, yeah.
You got hidey holes here, hidey hole here. Different style knife, different style knife, different style knife.
And you always have the one just cool knife.
Thinking back to because I did some research, just like a little bit of a deep dive. I was like, you know what? Everyday carry for us are these small knives, but everyday carry used to actually be like, you would sometimes have weapons of mass destruction with you.
Oh, yeah. Like
literally blades at one point in time were considered weapons of mass destruction for the chaos that they caused on battlefields.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's still times that I carry my weapons of mass destruction. There are also weapons of pant sags.
Yes, that's true.
They really are, because I've transitioned to a life where I don't have to wear a belt like almost ever.
And if you're ever going to carry that Espada, you need a belt and suspenders.
Yes.
Because that thing's a pound.
Yes.
So the things that I was looking at were just like these blades that were once carried into medieval battle, into different eras of battle, even back into even the 900s. There are blades that were from Germany from the 1500s that were made to go against anti-pike formation units. So that's like if they had a pike unit, they were in the anti-pike units.
Yeah.
So it was made to be able to swing faster and around what the pike was, but also have the reach of it.
Is that like one of those that looks like a comb?
No, it is like
'Cause those were kind of used for that.
it's a long, kind of maybe about this width blade, maybe about a 2-inch blade, 2 or 3-inch width, but it's going to have the little kind of ornate jagged edge at the bottom that goes down into the other part of the blade.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then it has a kind of a large cross guard that comes up, and it's German called a Zwellhanda,
Oh yeah, dude.
also known as the Beihandle.
Yeah, love those swords. They're
Dude,
so
those
cool.
those things are incredible
And
pieces.
Ben Abbott made a beautiful one.
Oh yeah, was that on Forged in Fire?
Yes, it was.
I remember that. I remember that. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, those swords used to be just because something of that size on the battlefield used to not only just go through like one opponent once they got into the range of being able to be used, but they were able to get to several opponents in a
Well,
single
that
sweep.
one was, if you put it in modern military like weapons terms,
Nah.
that was an anti-material weapon.
Yeah.
That was used against horses
Yeah.
and everything like that. It wasn't just for hand-to-hand combat.
No.
Mainly used against cavalry if you were
Yes.
on foot.
Yeah, and something that is also similar to that would
That was
be,
the Barrett 50 cal.
It would be. It would be because that was similar to what they had from the 1400s to the 1600s, which was also made famous by the movie Braveheart. Insert bagpipes.
Yep, Claymore.
The fucking Scottish Claymore.
Claude Hamor.
That thing is a giant because they have open field battles with swords. They have open field battles all over the place to try to claim over Highland lands. The giant sweeping natures of the claymores, as well as the fighting styles that went along with them, was an additional style of, I believe it's called Hema.
Mm-hmm.
The
Well, here's the thing about those pieces too. Those were like,
historical
were-
European martial art. Yeah.
they were heirlooms.
Yes.
You know, that was,
Generational, like,
yes, that was something you would hand to generations of your children. Like, this is what I used to defend X, Y, or Z.
yeah.
It wasn't something that everybody had. Mainly, it was nobility, because most of the serfs and stuff, they just used farming tools.
Yep.
So if you had one of those, you had status.
That was a. You also kind of weren't to be fucked with if you had one of those. And if you saw the claymores coming, like that was.
Yeah,
Because they also had bastard sword long swords,
yeah,
which the difference between a long sword and a bastard sword is a long sword, but has a weighted enough handle to be able to use both in a variant of 2-hand and 1-hand.
yep. It's called a hand and a half sword.
Yep. And it is, they would fight with a kind of a version of a bastard sword. And then later on, things got into more rapier style stuff.
Mhm.
But the bastard sword was a little bit more of
They
the
were
nature
made
of
for
stuff.
different fighting styles, because like the bastard sword is more like a slash sweep,
Yeah.
whereas the rapier is more like a pokey poke.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, I'm going to try to stay away and get you with a bunch of little ones,
Yeah.
as opposed to I'm lopping off a limb.
Yeah, and you would much rather have if you're going up against a claymore, you would much rather have a bastard sword to go up against a claymore, just if you even had a chance of defensive property
Yeah,
to it.
and that's
Because you are not defending a claymore with a rapier.
no.
You're going to get that thing folded in one hit.
Yep.
And so will you as you go flying from the impact.
Yeah, that's why you got to be quick.
In Japan, they had an anti-cavalry slashing weapon that was called the Nodachi or the Odachi. If you don't mind looking at this inserted picture here, you will see a scale of all of the different types of those weapons that had existed, because they came in various lengths as well as descriptions to what they are. The smallest one is called a tachi. The second smallest one in length, it's a little bit longer, is called the Tachi Lomgalong. Then you've got the Nodachi. Then you've got the Nodachi Lomgalong. Then you've got the Odachi. And you've got the kingfisher of them all, the Odachi Lomgalong, which is a total of a 64 centimeter handle and a 128 centimeter blade. Do you have a quick math conversion over there? Because my brain doesn't Europe really well.
I was doing my own search. So
Okay, so I was wondering if you'd be able to pull up a calculator really quick for me so you can calculate centimeters to inches.
I was in the middle of a search, so I wasn't even paying attention to what you were saying.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, I
That's
didn't want to
also
forget what I
really
was
rude.
searching. I was trying to get back quickly.
That's also that's just rude. That's rude.
Well, I'm
Tyler.
sorry.
That's fine. I'll tell you how many this converts to in American currency. So, okay, if you had 128 centimeters, you would have a 50-inch blade
I mean, that's,
that you are swinging and lopping legs and heads off horses.
yep.
So,
I don't want no part of that. I don't want
and-
that coming at me.
and that like the ones that were using the odachis, and the odachis eventually became replaced by katanas.
Yeah.
Because the odachis were a much older style weapon. Katanas became more of like an imperial style, where the battles became more up close and from horseback. And when they were horseback, they weren't like open field battle kind of things. Open field battle stuff started tapering off more and more as time progressed, and also the invention of firearms kind of got the use of the giant ass swords out of the way, because you're not just going to go sweeping fields with giant ass swords anymore, because you're going to get capped.
Truth.
So
I mean, we even have to go back to like there's a lot of cool ones historically that was even more primitive than stuff like that, like the Samoan people and Polynesian people and stuff like that.
oh yeah, like the shark tooth paddles.
Yeah, the lemano,
Yeah.
because that was shark's teeth embedded in a piece of wood that they were swinging at folk.
Yeah. And sometimes they would even use volcanic glass in them.
Yes.
I watched a show here recently with Jason Momoa in it, and it is called Chief of War. And it is set amongst the time of King Kamehameha and the wars of the tribes of the Hawaiian Islands.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty dope show.
I bet it is.
Also, I have never paid attention to that, and I never thought about it. But I'm like, that little island used to be constant strife.
Oh yeah.
And everybody would, like, you'd go to sleep wondering if you were going to war next day.
Yep.
Constant.
That's if you manage to sleep all night.
That's true.
And it's like, in the way that specific weapon was designed, they had it on what was the show where they have two different groups of people fight? Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior.
They had that on there, and that weapon is designed to cut the body, but leave little sharp bits buried in the skin. So as you go to get them out and move around and try to fight back, that stuff's going to keep like digging into you. Just brutal piece of weapon technology.
The Mandante
Mhm.
was was Iberia's answer to the Zvilhanda. It was literally, you put them side by side and they're gonna look like Edison and Tesla. Like they're fighting for that genius of the time kind of movement.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like the Zvelhenda has a little bit more of a sturdier base to it, whereas it looks like the Mandante is like a little bit more of a quick blade. So it's large and quick, which seems really, really fucking dangerous.
Now I can't find the name of this one. The most dangerous one was operated by a particular group in India that was around the mountains. Remember that roll-up sword? Did you ever see one of those?
Roll-up sword?
Yeah, like it's sword handle, and then it's rolled up like a fruit roll-up. And as you go to deploy it, it undoes like a ribbon, like you're doing one of the floor dance routines.
Yeah.
And it's just like you just got to keep it in motion, because when you stop, it rolls back up. It's almost more dangerous to the user than the person's being used on.
Yeah, it would take a lot of skill to be able to not just
Yes.
get your arm clapped off by it.
Yeah, but I was just saying if you knew what that was called.
I did not. I actually played with a sword cane like that on a thing called Bloodborne.
No, that would be cool.
It was a cane that whenever you would do like this game motion where it would go like shing shing, and it would turn it into like that kind of a whip
Yeah.
kind of thing, but it didn't have that problem to where it would come back and hit you. Because it's a game and not real life.
Mm-hmm. True.
There was a blade in China that was prominent for the longest time out of all of the blades, that I had mentioned for these legendary weapons of mass destructions, and it was called a Zon Madao. And the Zon Madao was from the 900s to the 1400s, where it reigned dominant on the battlefield.
Mhm.
And it was designed to be such a large blade that you could kill both the horse and the rider in a single swoop.
It was a Urumi.
And that's the one that I sent you that is like the...
Yeah, that was cool looking.
That's because the handle on that's going to be roughly about 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then the blade on it is going to be roughly about 5.5 to 6 feet.
Yeah.
And that's a heavy blade, but the people that carried that and the people that swiped, that's a razor.
They were bigger boys.
It's a bigger boy going, "Ah!" And then your horse is now in half, and you see the rest of your body going flying while you're in searing heat.
You're like, wait, is that my legs?
Like that's what knives used to be. That's what blades used to be. Blades used to be the way that you ward, but now it is way different. Hell, it became way different as soon as guns became a thing.
Well, they also had knives on them to like eat food with and stuff, because you had your war knife, then you had your eating knife.
Yeah.
Just like old Pap's got that eating knife.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about my papa's eating knife. Now I've got a few of those old style knives like that I've got put up, like some old Hen and Roosters and some really old case knives. But I don't really have anything that's of the expensive nature of the nowadays knives, just because I've got some older stuff that's worth some money, but I don't have anything of a newer nature that's really like, shining obvious goodness. It's like those things that we did on Patreon that are going to be featured in the next episode for everybody that's on the normal viewers to see. And I think that today's been a pretty good episode.
I think so too.
That's been a little talk of some nerding out on knives and blades, and I hope that you have enjoyed talking with us and sitting with us, because maybe you have an everyday carry that is your everyday carry blade, and you have specific reasons why you like it the most. Let us know. That'd be freaking great.
Yeah.
Great conversation, because I always like talking shop when it comes to blades. Why you
yeah.
like this? Was the first thing I ever get whenever I'm at the store and I have to open up a package in front of somebody. Like, say I've misplaced the scissors. So I misplaced the scissors, and I just go, hold on just 1 second. Most people go, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, dude, I remember at my old church we had a special guest speaker come in, and one of his methods of locking up his trailer was with zip ties. And at the time I was carrying my Spartan. So they're like, man, I don't got any scissors or anything. And I'm like, scissors? This guy was like from Tulsa or something.
Yeah.
And I went, boop. And I just went, just a little like, boop. And it cuts it. And he was like, well, I guess that's a Tennessee thing. And I was like, what?
Yeah. Tennessee's a fucking jungle when it comes to knives.
Oh, yeah, because he was from a place where it's like, it's got to be like a 3-inch like Swiss Tech or some shit.
Yeah, there are certain places that like will prohibit the style of knife you've got and everything, much less the blade length.
Yeah,
the blade length law used to be 3.5 inches. Anything over that, you can't.
Well, he also thought that it was like an automatic knife because I waved it, because that one was one of the first ones to come out with the wave technology.
Yeah,
where it snags the pocket and that opens your knife.
Yes.
So it's like, it's just like a click sound, and it's like, I'm ready to use because I practiced.
Which it's technically faster than a switchblade if you have the mechanism down right and you know how to pull it.
Exactly.
Because by the time the knife is out of the pocket, it's already open, unlike a switchblade that has to go out then click.
Yep.
So it's a split-second difference, but in the event of having to go hook, like you can actually go hook with that knife. Like you can pull it out of your pocket and then instantaneously stab for it.
Have you ever seen a slow-mo video of it? It's cool.
Yeah, I have. I enjoy all things video when it comes to cold steel knives.
Yeah.
Look up Cold Steel Ultimate Proof. That's my final note. Everybody, have a wonderful rest of your week, and thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And if you ever have the opportunity to, don't put one of those knives in your butt.
So here's to friends and